everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special process video because it's my first time participating with the Off the Board Challenge Girls. I was invited by Crystal, who is the organizer of this really cool monthly challenge, and basically you're supposed to pick something from Pinterest that inspires you on your scrapbook layouts. So you can see up in the corner there, it says Fibonacci Art Project. And that is what has inspired me for this layout. I feel like I typically do a lot of scrap lifts anyway from my Pinterest board. So I thought maybe I should do something a little bit different this time around, especially as my inaugural process video for this group challenge. So basically, I had seen this pop up on my Pinterest feed, and I thought, oh, that looks really cool. I saved it to my scrapbook Pinterest board, even though it is supposed to be a kids activity, something that you can do at home with your kids, whether you're homeschooling or just need an activity to keep them busy. And I really liked all the circles, and I thought the circles were going to be super perfect because I've already been punching a lot of my scrap papers into circles, so I already had a bunch of circles ready to go. When I went to the actual blog for this art project, there's like measuring, you have to measure paper strips, and it's a little bit more detailed than just like, let's punch on some circles, because I guess the circles have to be a certain size. There's a difference between all of the sizes. They're all an equal difference. I don't know, whatever. I was like, math, nope. I'll measure some stuff for scrapbooking, but when I'm not gonna make it harder than it really needs to be. So I'm just letting the circles inspire me. And if you want to see what everyone else is doing for this challenge this month, you can follow all the links below in my description box. This happens once a month at the last Wednesday of every month. So if you're interested in participating, or if you just want to see what else everybody does every month, then that's when these videos will go live. Obviously, you can use or you can participate as well and share your work with us using the hashtag OTBWPP. So we'd love to see what you guys create, what you guys are inspired by on your Pinterest boards. So I am having some trouble because I have these Creative Memories circle cutters, and they're great, but sometimes I have trouble even with the Creative Memories circle cutters, even with my Spellbinders Grand Caliber circle die cuts. I sometimes have trouble just like getting the right size circle. I don't know, it's either like they're too small or they're too big, and what I'm wanting just isn't working. And then of course, you have to be careful with the Creative Memories things because there are 3 different colored blades, and each one of them cuts a different size circle when used with the different circle, I don't know what they're called, the plastic circles. And if you're not careful, you're going to go off the page. And so that's what happened with the circle pattern paper that I started off with. I didn't have enough room, didn't have enough width on the sides of that piece of paper. So what I cut ended up not being a full perfect circle. So to fix that, I cut that pattern paper in half, and I am now going to have a little bit of it bringing in from the top, and then a little bit of it bringing in from the bottom, and then all the other circles that I'm layering on top will cover up the part that got messed up. And so now I've just been trying to figure out like what other size circles are going to work. I have like a 1-inch punch. I have like a 1/2-inch punch. I was using some of the Creative Memories things, trying to figure out if I needed to die cut any more circles. But I think I have gotten what I need at this point just by using the Creative Memories things. You can even just trace them. You don't even have to use, as I'm going to do here, you don't even have to use one of the blades. I mean, obviously, using the blades is going to get you a more equal cut than as opposed to doing it by hand. But sometimes you don't want it any bigger than that plastic circle, and so that's what I wanted there for that, because I had a bigger circle and I just didn't like it. It was too big. I don't want the the bottom half to be overpowering the top part of it, because the top part does have that big pattern paper circle. It's got the title, Wild Child. I'm going to add a couple extra embellishments toward the end as well. And see here, I'm thinking about like maybe that blue circle actually is too big, and then I'm trying to figure out how to make it smaller, like just a little bit smaller. It doesn't have to be that much smaller, but like I just don't have anything that's gonna take off like a quarter inch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you guys use when it comes to paper punching and making shapes on your layouts. If you bring down like a small bowl in your scrap stash, if you have anything like that, because sometimes I just feel like I need a better system or something. And you'd think that with all the options that I have, I'd be able to figure it out. So I do end up getting rid of that big blue circle, and I'll use it again for something else, no big deal. I get rid of that one in favor of a slightly smaller, slightly lighter blue circle. It's not the exact same size as the small pink circle. The small pink circle is, I think, oh, how did I punch that? Or maybe I did use I used the Creative Memories thing. I don't know how big the small circle is, but anyway, so they're not too big. Everything down at the bottom is a little bit smaller than what's up on the top. And through the magic of video editing, you don't have to watch me adhere everything. Mostly I used my self-adhesive double-sided stickers. For a few of the circles, I used foam dots to pop them up just to give some extra dimension, especially with layering things. I just thought that looked nice. There was one popped up at the top and one popped up at the bottom. And then I had pulled these embellishments prior to creating the layout just because I thought they might be something good to use. They're Amy Tangerine Brave and Bold stickers. They are see-through, which I don't really like, but they seem to work fairly well here. So one of them is actually a circle, and it says, huh? And I thought that was kind of perfect because it's a circle, obviously. And then also the photo is a picture of my kid with her Miraculous Ladybug doll, which, if you don't know, it's an animated TV show. I don't know if your kids watch Miraculous, but she's a superhero. She lives in Paris, and she's really into fashion. That's what she does by day, and then by night, she's the superhero Ladybug. And the kid really likes it, and for some reason she took off all of Ladybug's clothes and then was like, take my picture, and so that's where that picture came from. That's why the Wild Child circle that I cut out for the title was really very fitting for this photo. So now I've got some extra stickers put down. I am just trying to figure out placement for some sequins, and the sequins are actually from a planner insert that I never used in a planner, but it was like kind of like a shaker pocket basically, and I just cut it open and took out all the sequins, and now I use them for scrapbooking. And I will adhere them with mainly little glue dots, the mini zots, and then some of them, because I run out of the glue dots, I have to use my Eileen's tacky glue to stick them down, which works pretty well, but I feel like they do get a much better stick. You run the risk of them falling off a lot less when you use the glue dots. I was going to say something else about the sequins. Yes. So for the sequins on this, I just put them in the corners where like the circles kind of met. Some of them are overlapping. Some of them are just on the outside of the corners, but that's always how I like to work, because it looks like you're kind of building out on some of the other embellishment clusters. So that's what I did. And now I'm going to add some Studio Tekkturic Flare badges, just for some extra circles and something extra, I guess you could say. One of them says fun, yeah, and the other one, I can't remember what it says. I don't know. You'll probably be able to see it in the close-ups. But hopefully, from looking at what I was inspired by and looking at what ends up happening at the bottom or on the actual layout, hopefully you can see that I took that inspiration of not just using circles, but of kind of layering the circles, having circles within circles. I think that picture you could take in a number of different ways. I think when I first was thinking about putting this layout together, I was thinking about doing more circles within the page as opposed to keeping them on the outer frames. But I like the way it turned out. And I might obviously do something else. Let this inspire me for a different layout as well. I don't know. We'll have to see. So here I'm just grabbing some misting sprays because I feel like it just needs a little bit of something. And I will say this, if you're going to be doing splattering with a Tim Holtz spray, that stuff comes out real fast. like it goes everywhere and you're like, whoa, oh my gosh. So it got a little out of hand. I do add another Tim Holtz color. I think I had like faded speckled egg and faded jeans, and then I'm going to add Shimmer's Glorious Day, which is kind of a yellowy color. I was trying to pick colors that were in the papers that would just kind of highlight some extra. So there were some yellows in there. I kind of wanted the yellows to pop a little bit, so that's why I added the Glorious Day. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to have close-ups so that you guys can see more of what it all looks like. If you have questions, comments about the products that I'm using, techniques I'm doing, definitely leave those in the comments. And don't forget to visit everybody else who's participating in the Off the Board Challenge today and share with us what you've worked on. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.